Hey guys, I'm John. Feature Films is a new series I'm starting that's meant to show off some of MSP's unrecognized but great creators, and I have to say that all these submissions were really creative and inspiring. Though, I'm sad to admit that I've cut out some submissions for different reasons. If the submission didn't have enough information yet for me to create a feature for it, then I'm sorry, but I can't feature something that doesn't really exist yet. I also can't feature submissions that aren't submitted. So if you told me to check out a certain person but never told me what movie or series to check out, I can't create a feature for that either. I'm a busy person and I can't sit and go through everyone's movies to find my own submission for you. And lastly, if I asked you for some extra information about the series so I could make a featured dialogue and you refused to give me any kind of help, then your submission is cut out too, because yet again, I can't feature something that doesn't really exist. And if I'm not able to discern the plot and you won't help me, then I can't create a synopsis to feature your series with. With that being said, these are no particular order except for the very last one. Let's get started. Being Famous Tutorial is a one-shot movie about a cute and helpful argument between three friends about how to become famous on MSP. They talk about the different things to buy to be more likely to make a successful movie or be used in other people's movies. Alex's friends give her quite a few helpful tips on how to maintain fame and possibly grow more famous. This is a good movie to check out if you're tired of hearing the same old thing. Get views, get autographs, without being told how to. New Life is a high-intense drama series. Every episode contains a new turn in the story that is sure to leave you thinking, wow. It's as though Mean Girls and Carrie had a crossover sibling. The main character, Savannah, is a rich new kid in a public school. She's the daughter of a popular fashion model, which in most cases would be a good thing for her. But that's not so true in this school. The Queen Bees, or Mean Girls, see her as competition and want to put her in her place. Things go awry when the evil plans become less diva and more criminal. The Strange Teacher is a comedic story about a substitute teacher. We've all had that weird sub that just doesn't sit well with us. But this guy takes it to a new level. It's apparent from the very beginning that something isn't quite right about him. From his manner of speech to his request to the kids, it leaves you wondering if he's who he says he is. We're All a Little Crazy is a series about a young girl who sees things others don't. This series captures the internal struggle of someone with mental illness, but also holds a secret beyond that. Lily is a lonely girl with only the company of her friend Wisp. That is, until a lab accident stirred up events that would later lead Lily down a dangerous path. Robot Friend is a story of an artificially created human. It was supposed to be a robot and nothing more. It was never meant to have self-awareness. It was never meant to be exposed to the outside world. It was never meant to escape the lab, and it was never meant to meet a young boy. But it did. And now we're here. And so are they. Chasing Daylight is a dramatic story about a girl in the trials of school. Hinted that her home life isn't fantastic, she spends most of her time hanging out with friends and her sister. That is, until said friend gets involved with someone that doesn't particularly like the main character. Couple that with devastating news, and you've got a recipe for disaster. We Could Be Stars is about a girl who wants to live her life, free of her parents' rules and anything that could hold her back from her dreams. She wants to be an actress, but her parents say it's not a reasonable career choice. So she decides that running away would be the best option, leaving behind everything she once knew and venturing out into a cruel world. What would you do if you wanted something that badly? Smile is a depressing story about a girl with little hope for the world. She doesn't believe anyone is out there who cares for her, and suffers from a tragic backstory that only furthers her idea of isolation. Her friends try to help her, but can't get through to her. If you're looking for a good psychological story, this one will have you evaluating every character you come across. The narration dives deep into the mind of the main character, and presents to you the thought pattern of a mentally disturbed little girl. So, is it actually a doll? Is about a little family's Christmas day. One of the children receives a present that's a life-size doll made by her father's friend. She thinks it's a wonderful gift, but something's not right. So, is it actually a doll, or is it something else? Cursed is the story of a young girl abandoned by her family in another dimension. She was left to die. However, upon returning to the dimension to find her corpse, they discovered she has somehow managed to survive. The question is, how. The structure of this story makes it difficult to understand what's going on during the first 2 episodes. But once you realize that the enemy isn't who you thought it was, the bigger picture begins to unfold, and you begin to discover pieces of the story that you didn't expect. Now, finally, each feature films will have a winner that stood out among the rest of the submissions. Each winner went above and beyond to create not only an intriguing and thought-through story, but also spent lots of time making sure the visuals and ambiance and the music of the series, or movie, was perfect so the viewers could have a fully engaging experience. The winner of feature films run number 1 is... In my mind, is a dramatic, mysterious series that foreshadows a lot of its plot. It's a really good watch for anyone who enjoys trying to figure out the puzzle for yourself and beat the characters to it. The main character, Brenda, is a new student at Roy Wilson High School. From the moment she appears on screen, the viewer is immediately bombarded with suspicious dialogue that further draws them into the mystery of what's going on at Roy Wilson High School. The characters do little to lower the suspicion, and instead create believable personas that make you think the story was based off something that occurred in real life. But no matter how much we adore these characters, it's obvious they know something we don't. Thanks for watching! Make sure you check out any of the movies and series we listed if they sound interesting to you. The creators would love to have your feedback and support. For anyone interested in being featured in Feature Films Run number 2, please comment below the username and the title of your series or movie. Remember, I can't accept a submission that doesn't exist yet, so make sure your series has at least 1 episode before you submit it. Thank you again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.